Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, yeah, we had a rough one today, 2-2 draw against Tottenham Hotspurs. I was hoping to come on this video stream and give y'all some great news and share with y'all on how we thoroughly bossed the game against Spurs and won the game and onwards and upwards. However, today was not meant to happen. Largely partly, if not largely, due to the disgraceful refereeing by Anthony Taylor. So, guys, let's talk about this game real quick. First half, um, our boys came out flying. Our boys came out with the right attitude, the right energy. They were flying, um, playing the way Tuchel wants them to play, which is on the front foot, which is defending from the front. Everybody pressing, working hard, pressing and counter. Pressing when you lose the ball in the opponent's half. Just try and win it right back. And that they were just, it was 10/10, pretty much across the front line of Havertz, Sterling, and Mount. Then with Jorginho and Kante, who I felt both of them were just awesome in the middle of the park. They just controlled everything. They just were in charge of everything. Then the other thing to keep in mind is the masterful job, tactical plan that Tuchel had that pretty much neutralized Conte's men, especially with regards to the role of James on Son, where he was pretty much marking him man to man. Because Son is their danger man. He's Spurs danger man. Like Kane is the goal scorer. Although Son did sort of win the Golden Boot last year, but their main goal scorer is Kane, and the role of Kane being Kane is can be greatly neutralized by taking Son out of the game, and that was the plan. And so with Son out of the game, Kane was pretty much anonymous in the game in the first half, and likewise Kulusevski. I mean, I hope I'm saying his name right. Right. He was also taken out. So their entire front three was basically taken out of the game. So it was just a matter of our guys to calm down, execute, find that decisive pass in the final third. When they get in the final third, make that decisive pass early. Make the decision early enough to unlock, because at the point, Spurs had realized that you know what, we're not gonna make many incursions into Chelsea's half. So we're just going to protect what we have, and so they played deep, and so it was just really a matter of Chelsea just being patient, and with proper ball movement, proper off the ball runs, and patience and composure in the last third to make the final pass to free up a player and give them that split second to score. And that's where we were let down. Just those final moments, and not with a standing Koulibaly, of course, opened his account with a world-class goal, but Havertz, had a chance to score. I believe to make it two. I'm not sure whether he had the chance before Cooley or after the Cooley, but he had a brilliant chance, a nice a piece of movement between him and I believe Raheem had released him, and it was the goalie got a foot on the ball. So at halftime we're leading 1-0 and we're feeling great, but we really, based on how we thoroughly bossed and controlled the first half, we really should have, had found a way to be up by at least 2 goals, which would have changed the dynamics of the game. But obviously that wasn't to be. So we came out in the second half, and it was pretty much more of the same. At a point around the 55th minute or thereafter, Conte makes a tactical sub, removes Sessegnon and brings in Ray Charlson, and he switches to a back 4. Then with Ray Charlson up top with Kane, and I believe Son probably dropped to right midfield, either right or left midfield. And what that did was it sort of opened up the game a bit. It somewhat stretched the game, which yes, it did have the desired effect that Conte wanted, in that it would give them a few more chances, just a little bit more space to get some shots on target, which they weren't getting anything prior to that sub. So with one man up front, then that would be one extra person. So it would give them a little extra, and it did give him the desired effect, in that Kane had that chance that he then missed. It went wide right of our goalpost. On another day, Kane, in fairness to him, would have scored that. Notwithstanding that, then a little bit right after that, again we had the chance. Raheem had the chance to basically kill this game for us when Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who I felt had a brilliant game that was reminiscent of his display at the Bernabeu last season against Real Madrid. He made a sweeping move inside their box, inside Spurs 18, dribbled 1 or 2 folks. He was calm. That's exactly what I've been talking about. He was calm. He was composed, and released a calm pass to Sterling. Sterling then created some space for him. All he had to do was just be a little bit calm, a little bit composed, and put that shot on target from about 10 yards out, 10 or even less yards out. And he put just a lot on it, and it just went sky. He basically skied his shot over the goalpost, and that obviously didn't help. So because what happened next was Harvard got fouled. Taylor, who was blowing his whistles with blindfolds on today, wave play on, and Spurs went down and scored, equalized the game. That then led to handbags being tossed out between Conte and Tuchel, and both of the managers got yellow cards. Okay, all right, no problem. Our guys regroup. Tuchel then makes subs. He removed Jorginho and brought in, I believe he brought in Aspie Coalta, which was really a masterstroke. At the time, it took me a minute. I was like, dude, we just, it's 1-1. Why are you bringing in Aspie Coalta? And then I then saw it before. That's when I kind of realized, okay, Cheek is going to midfield and James is going to play right wing back, which is what you want, because that's where you're going to get crosses. You're going to get shots. James is fire when he's on, and in today's game, his mind was switched on for the most part. So James first then had that wicked cross that Harvard just should have buried. Would have been perfect. And Harvard somehow missed it. I mean, again, this is the story of the situation under Tuchel. Soon fans would then blame Tuchel and say Tuchel doesn't know how to coach attacking players. But these players have been missing chances. These are chances on a plate. Harvard's missed that chance. But okay, no problem. Then later, I think Koulibaly and Kanté won a ball in Spurs half and then released Raheem, and Raheem found James. And James, I mean, you all already know that James used to be a striker during his youth team days. James calmed down and buried it. 2-1. We already knew what was going to happen. We were just going to go ahead and just put the squeeze on them, keep everything nice and tight, force them to basically break us down, which we knew that they weren't going to be able to use passes and break down our defense line. All we had to do was to just be smart. And being smart includes not giving away any unnecessary fouls late in injury time. And that's what James did. James gave away an unnecessary foul at a situation where Harry Kane was going away from goal. There's no need for James to give away that foul. That was, naive play of James. He didn't have to, do that. He didn't have to do that. All you had to do was just, shepherd him, just, let him just, feel your breath. You don't have to push him. You don't have to foul him. Eventually, he would have had to basically turn the ball around and then kick it back towards the middle where we had players, and we probably would have eventually won the ball and grind out the game, without any drama. But no, James fouled him. Perisic, who everybody knows is very good on these free kicks, sent in a wicked free kick. It then led to a corner kick, and then that first corner led to another corner. But during the defending of the first corner, Romero clearly pulls Cucurella's hair down, almost snapped the man's head off his body. On replay, that's a red card. That's a clean red card, and a foul going towards Chelsea's way. Had that obvious foul been given, the game doesn't end 2-2. The game ends 2-1 and Chelsea wins. But no, Taylor just acts as if there's VAR. Dean, I think it's Mike Dean, was in VAR booth. I don't know what he was looking at, and he didn't even bother to ask Taylor to go to the VAR booth screen to go and watch an obvious foul, red card, and they just act as if nothing happened. They then send the next corner kick, and Kane scores from it, and it's a 2-2, and the game is over, which then leads to part two of handbags between Tuchel and Conte, and of course both of the managers get red cards, and they're probably going to be out for the next 3 games each. I don't know what red cards. I'm assuming that's what it is, even for the managers. So guys, you can see I'm not really too happy. The good thing is, at least we can see that our players seem to be back. They seem to be back playing Tuchel ball the way that we know that they are capable of playing, right? I mean, this is only week 2 out of 38. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. If, they can just get back on it, get back to winning ways against Leeds next week at Elland Road. Of course, that's not going to be an easy one. I mean, they're going to be waiting for us. Chelsea and Leeds has history. So yeah, but they just got to just get back to winning ways, and it's not going to be okay. I mean, I liked what I saw today, but also what we saw also further emphasizes the need of a bona fide striker like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. That's who we need. I have some clips, some videos that I've made videos on him on the latest on his transfer. I'll leave at the end of this video, but this is the player that Chelsea needs to just. I mean, for these three to turn these 2 points into three. This I've been saying this throughout this whole summer. Last season we dropped 20 points, guys. We dropped 20 points from games where we were leading. Okay, I mean, there goes another. We just dropped the first two. A game that we clearly should have had 3 points. We dropped 2 points, and it adds up. If you want to win the league, if you want to win the league against City, against Liverpool and City, they wouldn't have dropped. This game would have quietly ended 2-1, and nobody would have remembered that they played a 2-1 game. So, guys, we need a finisher. We need a bona fide striker that will help us kill these games off. Please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and God bless you all. Peace.